multimodal input is also a key thing in the mobile ecosystem. Then with mobile, you can trigger automation. You can trigger automation locally or and remotely. So at the end of the day, you have the best option to start working on valuable data. And mobile also introduce edge AI, where in some use case, don't make me wrong, I'm not saying that you will be forced or you will have to compute AI locally all the time. No, it's just you as an end user, an option, an additional option that you have. If you really care about privacy, it's the first constraint, or if you are disconnected from the network, right? Whether you shut down the service or whether you keep going with the benefit of local computation. But it's a complementary with cloud, public AI computation, or private self-hosted computation. You as a user, you as a business, you have the option. And then low latency, obviously, context aware, so we know everything and we are connected to the physical world in real time. And later on, you will get additional information from sensors around you if you want to automate them. Okay. How does it work with Mobis, our mobile application, flagship mobile application? You know, we really want to position Mobis as our modern voice assistant. As I said, you will become soon an augmented user. We provide AI-ready conversation, and those transcript, sentiment analysis can come from the platform, can come from the bot, and from anywhere. And what is important here is that we are an application, right? So it means that the business value, the business workflow, don't have to work all of them within our platform. No, the platform as a solution needs to concentrate on the most important things. Make your conversation reliable, efficient, whether they are voice or chat conversation. And please delegate the intelligence and the workflow to an external bot and other devices and other solutions. That's really important because this is the way as a business you will innovate. You will have the platform with itself life cycle, and when you want a new feature, a new intelligent stuff, you will delegate to something else with which we have a much faster life cycle. Okay? I want to mention that we are LLM agnostic. That's the good news. It will be up to the admin, according to the enterprise policy, to select. And if some users have the access right to change it, to select the right one, according to the use case, they will be able to do it from the app. We've added support very recently WebRTC. Much faster, much more efficient, wideband audio, easy codec selection. That's a game changer. Now we've heard you from the past, and we simplified drastically the call flow and the call quality. And we are still able to have conversation via GSM, voice over LTE, voice over Wi-Fi, and from WebRTC endpoint. And I would like to mention that what is important for AI is to provide as an input structured conversation. Actionable conversation is a key topic in order to take an action, take a decision. We need to provide structured data. Thanks to a new standard, it's a very new proposed IETF standard that is proposed and promoted by our old friend Jeff Pulver. He's for those who worked in this industry in the 2000s. He was the visionary of C, Voice over IP, and he was the owner of the VCON, Voice of the Net trade show. He's behind this, and I will show you why VCON will be a game changer for all of us. Okay? So it's time to switch to the live demo, and we will have three topics. Actionable conversation. First, let's get back to engaging conversation and interaction with our customers. WhatsApp interaction, and in the future it can be, you know, any type of channel, it can be RCS and conversation analytics or interaction analytics, just to see what's the value of the insight AI provides. So I would like to invite with me, and I'm very happy, Isabelle, our mobile architect and lead developer, because we will start the demo, and this is not that common when I present, with Android.
Okay, so let's start with Android on this side. So from Android application and iOS as well, we have redesigned our call history. So we get now a single list filterable. This provides you a cleaner and powerful experience. We also redesigned our dialog by a clean bottom sheet. Let's talk about filter. Here we have a synthesis. So it is a filter which permits to group the call. And you get a instant synthesis of your call.
Which is pretty close to the native UI, right?
Yes, we take inspiration from. The call history expanded one is a simple list of your call details. Then we get with the contact callback. So this list is the list of the contact you have to call back. As a difference of the missed call list, this one gives you only the contact where the latest call didn't connect properly.
Ah, I got it. So that's really important, you know. Missed call, you might have call where you answered after, right? What is important is where do you need to take an action, follow up. The one that you never had an answer on.
Exactly.
A proper conversation.
That's the point. Then whatever the filter you apply, we can get by tapping a call the full picture of it. So the caller ID that will be applied automatically on the next call, the meta information, and then from our Enreach UP platform, we get the call transcription, every information about them.
Wait, Yana, let's talk about smart caller ID. It means that when I called you on this number, because you have multiple identities in the enterprise, right? When you press the callback button, you automatically take this caller identifier.
Yes.
You know, it's simple, but in the real life, makes a lot of sense. You don't have to think about selecting the right one in this context. It's all automatic.
This one is automated. You are free to change. Then, about the call transcription, we get everything from the backend with a note.
That's a good news, because you remember the previous few months ago demonstration? We were doing a lot of things locally. Now it's not from the platform.
This means it's shared between all your applications, Maestro mainly, and across also all your devices. And then, at the end, you can get the call quality report as well.
Nice. Thank you, Isabelle. So now, I'm going to follow up with what we do on iOS in the same context. Okay? So you see, Mobis, I'm going to ask my partner, one of my customers, Maria in this context, to call me. I'm using WebRTC, by the way.
So let's call Jeff.
Oh, Maria Tate called me. You know Maria? She's a customer from where the information is in my CRM. The CRM. What I have here is CRM information. I can also grab the latest conversation. And hi, Maria, how are you?
I'm fine. How is your day, Jeff?
Pretty good, thank you. And what's up? Why do you call me?
I think we have to set up a meeting very soon.
Why is that? Live screening.
We have to talk about our new business.
Well, okay, so let's go. So let's organize a meeting for tomorrow 9, and with Pedro and Eric, and please, can you do it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye. Done. Casual conversation. You see live transcript, pretty smooth. And then I get the conversation in my call story. What can I do with that? Of course, check the transcript, including diarization. Diarization is so tricky to do, but very important for the end user, because you need to know when several people are talking together, who is doing what, who is talking, who is saying what. Okay? And then maybe you want to summarize. Okay? Maybe you want to have the full analysis. Okay? Right at your fingertips. It's coming. Okay. You've seen this, same level of information that you've seen on Maestra in Otman's presentation. Okay? What is very important here is that it's so easy to use. It's obvious. Now, what do you want to do with that? Share some insights, okay? Take an action, automate an action, and this is where actionable conversation takes place. You see the VCON button on the top right? In the real life, in the production version of this application, of course, we won't expose VCON to the end user, right? It's just to show you what's behind the scene for the purpose of this demo. Okay, let's talk about VCON. It's beautiful. Your data now, it's not flat data. It has been structured via a JSON VCON format. And now you can extract easily action item, analysis, key insight. Did I talk about contact, or what was the contact engaged in this conversation? And did we talk about any meeting? Yeah. And subject, summary, whatever. Now, imagine you send this as it is to a workflow. You have your business workflow up and running in what? 5 minutes of deployment integration. That's the benefit of structured conversation. Okay? So don't try to do everything yourself. Delegate the intelligence. Okay, so I think we are done with this first part. Unless I forgot something, I don't know. And let's switch to the second part, which is the WhatsApp interaction. And then I need to take an Android client, huh?
Yes. It's better. So here we have a customer who wanted to talk to a company through WhatsApp. So as you saw this morning, we support now the ACD chat within the Enreach platform. And since few releases, we support it within both iOS and Android application. So, as a very quick reminder, the SET chat support by Enreach UP federate some sources, various sources of chat, like WhatsApp, RCS, and some other. From the application side, all of this is transparent. All you get is a new conversation to manage. That's it.
Isabelle, I am an event planner. I have, a lot of customers who are asking me some stuff, and you better have to answer in the queue, huh?
So here I pick my conversation, and I can see my new customer, which is sending me some message.
Event planner, I need the best candies ever for my event.
Wow, okay.
And you better have to provide the best answer to have one.
So I think I have a huge stock of white chocolate, and this will make the deal. But my sentence is a bit dry, so let's apply on it some improvement done by AI. We have here some already configured action, but I want more. I want that sentence persuasive. So I click on it, waiting for an answer, and then I get a very nice response structure that I like. I send to my customer.
Yeah, reading it. Hey, good. Thanks. All good. Go for it.
So we can conclude and see more action, but we will conclude of finish this one and let's try some others. So I requeue my chat that will be used now by another agent on iOS. And let's imagine.
And by the way, while I'm here, iOS 26 is out since a week. Look at the great liquid glass UI. Just as an information. Okay, I have in the meantime, I have a customer, So in this scenario, I have an Enreach for service provider support agent supporting the product, right? From Matthew's team. I'm gonna pick up the conversation from the queue. Okay, what's up? Oh, what is the latest release of your solution? Even if I'm new in the company, I'm supposed to know, right? So here, I say to the tool.
Whoa, nice. This is a good agent. I will ask something more complicated.
Keep in mind, in the meantime, that I could have switched the conversation and delegated to the bot. The icon to switch to the bot is here, but it can come from the platform itself. So in this scenario, okay, what is the...
I am asking for how to configure a bridge conference in your solution.
Wow, I don't get this information in my mind. Huh? I have to read the documentation, I have to find out the documentation. So in this case, I'm asking our RAG agent to do the job for me. And even if it will take few seconds, it will be much faster than me asking somebody, going into the documentation, because this is a very concrete question, and provide the best answer. So let's be patient a little bit more, and anyway, the bot will be faster than I. Hey, I did not send yet the response. The response needs to be under my control. Because when I will push the button to answer the customer, it will be my responsibility. Okay? Very important. So in this scenario, let's provide the answer.
Wow, that's the answer.
I'm good, I'm specialized, huh?
So I think I have all information I need. Thank you.
Okay, let's back to work. And then, oops, I have to close it because you look happy. I have to close the chat. You see, simple UI. Now, what do we do next? It's not because the conversation is over, it is finished with that the conversation is over. You can you must continue to work, or you might want to continue to work based on the past conversation, whether they are chat or calls. And this is under your responsibility. I can drop it, or I can continue working on it. Okay. Now, ask offline the agents to work. Okay. Analysis, the same stuff that you do for a call, right? There is no difference. Conversation is a conversation. You don't really care about which media you are using. And you want to automate stuff? Nice. Thanks to VCON. What do you want to do? Add a reminder according to the content of stuff, what the AI is answering. Same stuff. Action. So that's actionable conversation. Okay? So now I'm gonna hand over to you again, Isabelle, for the last part of the presentation, where we'll talk about insight. What can we do with calls? Can we extract some nice business analytics? Let's see.
So, okay, let's go back to our list, to our single list of calls. Within Filter, you maybe noticed that the latest one is recent call analytic. So this is an instant analytic and metrics of your call. You get the top contact and you get some metrics about your recent call. The peak hour, the business hour analysis.
Oh, wait, Zach, can you get back to it?
That,
But 3 calls where you were supposed to be disconnected from the enterprise.
I know that's bad.
That's good.
So we added also some metrics and analytics within contact. From a contact view, you get all details of your calls with that person.
Remember smart contact? This is one example of what smart contacts are.
At same place, you can get all the transcript, the call history, the note, if you want, and then some AI statistic again. So metrics, the same we saw already before, but dedicated for that person. And here we have an AI agent where we can add something, some custom prompt. So let's ask him, give me the mean opinion score.
When you say here we have an AI agent, we ask to an AI agent.
We
This
ask.
AI agent, can be our internal bot, can be a self-hosted bot because you care about secret stuff, and
So here I'm asking an average on call sentiment transcript analysis and the Mois.
Yeah, Mois is quite technical, but it's okay.
Mois mean opinion score is a computation of different metrics, factual metrics about call quality. So we get an average of 433 something,
Which is pretty good. Huh?
which is pretty good. And the average is about 0.5, where it's positive, but not so much after all.
Also, so you need to improve on your relationship with customers.
Also, from the main view, we added also some intelligence. a daily task. So when you open your application, you can see the person who has six contact to call back, the same you already saw before. And you have 5 unread emails that you can listen or read, by the way. And then we added a Mobis assistant. This is a personal assistant where he is tuned to interact with the application. So let's set up my status to launch.
Wait. You're talking to our app?
Yes,
You see,
I'm talking to my.
remember that originally we navigated into the app via views, buttons. Toolkit can do it. Second option, we could automate fully some action according to the context of where you are, what you're driving, and so on. But here it's an additional input. You can engage natural conversation with the app.
Call Jeff.
And you are on control about the final action. This is just here to simplify your life. Remember, augment your capabilities.
We can also ask to add something, a reminder to our to-do list. Remind me to send an email to John. Then, when I go back to my daily task, I have a new task, check, done. At the end of the day, I want to disconnect.
What does it mean you want to disconnect? You want to do what?
It's up to you.
Ah, yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
Okay. I go from so by this action, I triggered several actions behind. I set my DND on. I'm logged out from all my groups. And finally, I put my present state to away. I'm disconnected.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, it's a bulk of actions. So you can run one action, multiple actions. So it's employed, so they still have limited capabilities on full automation. Because while I'm talking to an app, I want to talk to the phone itself, right? While my app is not running, while my app is in background. On iOS, it's already possible. So every single action that we expose to engage conversation within the app can be delegated to the system. And 2 days ago, Apple announced LCP agent within the phone. Every single action that the intent that we call it's called the Siri intent action that our app is delegating to exposing to the OS will be possible from the outside world. Amazing. Without any API integration or whatever. That's LCP will really be a game changer in this context. Okay? So thank you, Isa, and I will just, because I mean, you showed everything. I have no more value here. I'm going home, and when you want to ask and have some insight about your past conversation, you can run, let me ask some stupid question. What are the top 3 topics in my conversation? I'm not typing it. What does it mean? It means that even when a feature is not exposed in the app, because you can engage conversation, ask whatever you want. So I could have engineer my prompt a little bit more and say, hey, please provide a quick answer. And so on. I can ask top people, what sentiment, and whatever you want. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy it.